the customer experience is more than just the look and the feel of the store. You know, it's about the person they're dealing with, and that's huge for us. And that's why a lot of the questions that I ask really have to do with their experience and their own lifestyle of shopping and going to different stores, because the truth is that I'm going to interview all of these people. All of these people have shopped at multiple different liquor stores, shopped at multiple different clothing stores, and they all have had different experiences that definitely stand out. And I want to make sure that they know that we want our guests to have the experience that stands out. So when if I were interviewing our guests and saying what was the best liquor store shopping experience or tell me about it, I want them to say Cambridge Wines was the best liquor store shopping experience they've ever had.
Nothing's ever easy, ever.
How many interviews do you have today?
We have 10 interviews today, all of which are applicants from Indeed, a couple referrals as well. So, you know, should go well. I think we had over, I mean, we probably had over 100 applicants apply for the job. You know, but we weed through a lot of the resumes. You know, right now it's interesting because so many people are not working, but we like to pick people who have been in the hospitality industry, in retail. You know, definitely like to look at what their hobbies are. Having a good resume always helps. And yeah, you know, we have a couple people coming in today, or one person coming in today that worked for us in the past, so which is always, which I love. I love when people come back to work for us. You know, they leave to try something different, and then they come back and join us again. All right, so here we are. A very exciting day. All right. You always have to have a coffee. Alrighty. Yesterday we had Anthony and Jay in here. The store had a lot of stuff, you know, shelves weren't all put together, but you know, I stressed to Anthony and his team that you know, I really wanted the store to be organized and set up, you know, have our sample bottles from our reps all put away. Really, because when I'm conducting interviews in space, I really want them to get a full understanding as to what the feel, the look, the feel, the vibe of the store is. I will play music today. I just don't know what kind of music. I really like my interviews to be very lax. I've gone through a few interviews, one that I specifically remember when I worked for a Celebrity Motorcar Group. It was very lax. You know, I walked in the office, there was the owner of the dealership, and his, you know, his colleagues, and it was an extremely easy interview. I felt very comfortable. I felt like I could be myself. They asked me questions about my college life. They asked me questions about my family. You know, it was very personable, and I think it's because they wanted to connect with whoever's working with them. I think we had a lot of connection about that because they were a company that was a car dealership, but really going the next level with experience and service for customers, everything like that. And I loved that. I loved the fact that like clients used to come in and get their car washed whenever they want. I loved the whole fact of like the red carpet treatment. You know, that stuck with me for, I mean, it's been almost 9 years since I've worked there, and that stuck with me to this day. That whole philosophy of, you know, treating your employees and getting them to understand the red carpet treatment, and that will all flow down to the way your store or your business will operate. It all starts from the top. It starts with our staff, and if we don't treat our staff that way, then we are never gonna have our staff treat our customers that way. It will never work out. I cannot expect people to treat our customers when they shop here with the best shopping experience if they don't have the best working experience. It has to happen. It's the most important thing, in my opinion. You know, one big thing for me to show my appreciation, to let my employees work in a great environment and have a great experience, is them coming up with ideas and them running with it. You know, how many times that I've gotten ideas from our staff saying, hey, I think we should do this. Hey, what if we do this? I will say, then do it. Put it in action and let's do it. I don't want to micromanage them. You know, the idea has to make sense, but it usually does. I mean, I've never looked at somebody like with 3 heads and been like, what are you talking about? That makes no sense at all. So yeah, I mean, that to me is awesome. I think it's very rewarding. I think it's a resume builder, which a lot of people don't understand. So we have somebody who helped launch out like a training kind of program. He's awesome what he does. He's very meticulous. He knows what Dan, Anthony, and I want. And, you know, he kind of, we planted the seed with him a little bit, and he kind of really structured it himself as a training program. So he's a team member, part-time in Morristown. When we hire new people, he comes on and he onboards them and trains them. So he works like a separate schedule. I mean, if that's not a huge resume builder, I don't know what it is. So you can put that you worked at Cambridge Wines, you led their whole entire onboarding, training process, everything like that. To me, that's no-brainer, and he just did himself a huge favor by doing that. Not only is he just working as a team member in Cambridge Wines, but like he does that part of it. That's huge. You know how many people want to hire, and especially small businesses, when the owners are in the nitty-gritty of posting things online and doing everything, and you have somebody who will come on board and not only help you work, but come on specific days just to train people? It's the biggest help ever, and I applaud him for doing that, and I think it's awesome. And I want that to happen with every single one of our employees. You know, I mentioned this earlier, we're interviewing somebody that left our company and now is wanting to come back. That's happened on multiple occasions with us, and I love that because they go get different experience elsewhere, and then they come back. And they come back because they see that we are really trying to build a business here, and there's a lot of opportunity for that. You know, we're, at the end of the day, yeah, sure, everyone probably says, you're just a liquor store, you're just a liquor store. But like, it's not fair to say that because we're really trying to grow something that the liquor industry doesn't necessarily see all the time. And when people shop with us, they're like, wow, this place is pretty awesome. You know, I never once have had a customer, I've never had a complaint from a customer. Sure, there's been like corked bottles and things like that, but I've never had a complaint about service or experience. And if you know, maybe a couple times the delivery took too long or whatnot, but we correct all of that. And we take that so seriously. And I don't even deal with it a lot of the time. It's mainly our staff that deals with it, and just seeing how important that is for them, it's huge. All right, a day full of interviews completed. It's going to be a hard decision because there was a lot of great candidates and had awesome interviews. Had a great time asking the questions. The best is always when you ask, like, what's the best? What do you want? If you've made $1 million a year, what would you do? And you know, that was awesome hearing a lot of people. A lot of people said nothing. So just get $1 million to do nothing. I'm down for that. But yeah, I mean, it was good conversations. You know, awesome to hear that a lot of people from Summit have been saying that, you know, they've been hearing a lot about our store opening, and that's super awesome to hear from a business owner. You know, that instills a lot of confidence, and, you know, the town knows that we're coming and they're excited. And people were really excited to work for us. You know, they said, I said, how did you hear about Cambridge Wines? You know, a lot of them were from Indeed, but they did say, you know, as soon as we started researching your company, looking at the website, following you guys on social media, it just said it looked like a really fun place to work. So I said, you know, that's awesome. And it, you know, it also instills confidence that I feel like we're doing what we need to do. So it's glad to see that it's coming across that way. So yeah, next steps, I'm going to follow up with all of our candidates, make some job offers, and get them started. Orientation will be next week, and then yeah, all of our clients will meet our new team, and you know, they're a huge part of the Cambridge experience. So on behalf of everybody who's starting with Cambridge Wines, we all cannot wait to serve you.